just handed me an article right as we're going on the air. Survival mode, over 68% of Americans had financial setbacks in 2020 amid the pandemic. More than two-thirds of Americans experienced financial setbacks in 2020 due to job loss, declining household income, or drawdown of emergency savings, according to a new Fidelity study. Job loss, declining household income, or drawdown of emergency savings. Okay. The report by the financial services company also looked at how Americans plan to handle their finances as they head into 2021 and continue to face challenges brought on by the pandemic. Well, let me correct you on that, USA Today. It's not brought on by the pandemic. The financial challenges are not brought on by the pandemic. They're brought on by the economic shutdown.
Because of?
That's what the government says.
Okay.
And the government, it's brought on by your government. That's where your financial problems are brought on by. When you shut down people's ability to make an income, then they're going to have financial trouble. That really wouldn't be an insight, USA Today. That would be a fairly obvious conclusion.
That's cause and effect.
But it's not the pandemic. The pandemic didn't cause it, because people being sick with COVID did not cause the economy to collapse. The shutdowns by the government caused the economy to collapse in fear of people being sick with the pandemic. And, lots of things to discuss there. Of the people surveyed, over 38% said they will spend the year in survival mode. Now, what I wanted to talk about, Chris, from this was anytime I see, it's a good survey. The sample size was 3,000 people, so it's a legitimate statistically significant. I don't know the wording of the questions that they use to draw their conclusions with.
Right.
And having studied statistics, and you and I spent a lot of time on research methodology when we were building out, our company was building out with an outside research firm, the Study for Millionaire.
Right.
And we want to be careful to not ask the question in such a way that it's leading.
Yep. And
we don't want to say, okay, what's really going on? We want to get behind what's going on. So, for instance, in this, 38% say they're in survival mode in 2021. But the unemployment rate is 6%. So, if you're two household income and you lost one income,
right,
and you had bills based on double income, you could be in survival mode and still not be unemployed. One person be unemployed, but the other one not be.
Right.
So that's possible. But what I would read between the lines into this research and say is that one of the biggest problems with the economic shutdown brought on by the government in an attempt to control the pandemic is that it has affected attitudes more than reality. Depression is up.
Oh, without a doubt.
Suicide is up. As Dr. Deloney calls them, the diseases of despair are up. And so my attitude, my belief that things are worse than they really are in my house because I watch the news so much. My house is actually okay, but I watch the news so much that I think things are bad, so I go into survival mode.
Okay, I'm with you. It's that
and it's not an actual mathematic thing.
No, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's I'm freaked out because I've watched the news so much that told me that it was coming to an end. And I listened to the governor of California, and I listened to the governor of New York, and I said, we're all going to die. And so it's over. We need to stay inside and just wait on death to come. And we're locked down again, still, except for the people that left those two states, which is half the freaking population there. Would the last person out of California please turn out the lights? Oh, my God, you people are all leaving. But and moving here. Why?
Yes, they are.
Leave us alone. We like Tennessee. Anyway, so the point is not all of that, but the point is that, yes, people are really hurting.
Yeah.
Some are. And we're here to help you. We do that. But some of it is, and this is what I want to warn our listeners about, because if you believe things are going bad and you start taking all your decisions based on things going bad, you're going to cause them to go bad. What you said, self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
No, that's absolutely true. And in looking at this, it said 68% of people had setbacks. 23% lost a job or household income. 20% had an unexpected non-health emergency. 18% had to provide unexpected financial aid to family or friends. And then 16% had a health emergency in their family.
Wait a minute. What was the unexpected health emergency?
That down here on the first page.
Okay.
20% had an unexpected non-health emergency.
Non-health emergency.
So that's called an emergency.
That's 1 in 5.
Right.
Well, okay, the number we've quoted for 1,000 years around here, and it's stayed true, was that 78% of Americans in any given in any given year
Right.
will have an emergency.
Yeah.
And that's about right then. 20% would normally do that without COVID.
Without it.
A non-health emergency, about 20% of people have a non-health emergency. No, 78% do.
78.
No, it was in a 5-year period of time, wasn't it?
Yes.
That stat,
Yes.
that old stat we used to quote. It's an old Money Magazine stat.
Yeah, it's 5
It's
to 7
old,
years.
but
right.
I mean, it's still accurate because life hadn't changed that much, plus or minus pandemic crap. But, yeah, so 78% of Americans have an emergency in any given. Oh no, that's in a given decade. That's what it was. So it would be about 20. It'd be, yeah, that's not far off. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out here is this. So if they surveyed me and they said, "Did you have a financial setback this year?" I could easily say yes.
Yes.
We lost the entire segment of revenue at Ramsey Solutions of live events. Not the entire, but we lost 90% of it.
Yep.
However, other areas of the business are up to the point that our overall revenues are up
Right.
year over year, not down. But I did receive setbacks.
Yeah.
So it depends on my attitude
Will determine
towards
your
the
answer.
situation is how I'd
That's
answer
right.
that. So I could go, oh, God, things are bad, and Eeyore is my spirit animal, and so it's all bad, and it's just not going anywhere, and I've had setbacks this year, and we have had setbacks.
Right.
And it's been very freaking stressful, and it's been hard, and it's been really hard for some of you out there. I know that. I'm not making fun of you at all. I know some of you have had a year from hell. I understand, and we're here to help you work through that and be the third pig the next time in the brick house when the big bad wolf comes by. We don't ever want you to be there again. We want you to be in a reset mode. We're going to help you. It's what we do. But your attitude
is important.
Is reflected in this survey, I think.
I would think so, Dave. I think you're right.
I had a setback.
Without a doubt.
But I'm up. So which way do I answer that?
Yeah,
the way
which
I
one are
answer
you
that
choosing?
question. The way I answer that question is based on my attitude, not
That's
based
right.
on the mathematical reality.
Ah.
This is the Dave Ramsey Show.